First time watching Better Call Saul Season 6, Episode 9. I had a brain fart there for a second. This one's called Fun and Games. So they're continuing the this and this, title theme, I guess. Brilliant. I like it. Before I talk a little bit about the previous episodes, though, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm doing great too, by the way. If you're new to the channel, my name's Affan. Welcome. Now then, previous couple of episodes have had me in a very weird place. It's made me angry. It's made me very sad. It's made me very, vengeful in a way too. This is so weird. This guy, the guy who has stood up for Jimmy and Kim both all this time. I so want something bad to happen to them. Now, I do have a feeling that something bad will happen to Kim based on the fact that we don't see Kim in Breaking Bad. I really hope she doesn't die. I mean, yeah, I want something bad to happen to her because the both of them deserves it, but I don't want them to die. That's not fair. I mean, yeah, sure, Howard died indirectly due to what they did, but you could kind of put that down to wrong place, wrong time sort of a situation too. But no, I'm not going to defend those two. I've done that enough already. In previous cases, like I've said before as well, I stand by what I've said. I think there's a case to be made for them because they were in a way defending themselves, like with Chuck and so on. But here, this was just pure evil. Just plain and simple wrong. There are no two ways about it. They're wrong and they're going to get their due. And I want them to get their due. But at the same time, I don't want them to get hurt too bad. In other news, we had Gus kill Lalo, and that dude strategically. So in the previous episode, see, this is what I want to talk about. Is in the previous episode, I couldn't talk about any of this because the last couple of episodes were just so devastating. I wasn't really able to say everything that I wanted to say. So one thing I want to say is that the fall of Howard, so the actual fall, not the fall, but the actual fall, like him falling over and hitting the table, his head with the table, it was very similar to Chuck. That's one thing that I wanted to say, but I just was such in a weird state of mind at that point. The second thing I want to talk about in the previous episode was Gus setting up those guns and everything. In the previous episodes, was visiting the lab and placing these things just in case, like him taking the walk and measuring the distance and everything, like so strategic. The guy's an absolute mastermind. He completely outplayed Lalo, and sure, Lalo kind of undermined him as well, but still, Gus, wow, what a G, straight up gangster, man. He was just ready. And then the fact that they buried Lalo and Howard together. What a couple, eh? What a couple. Before we get into the episode, one final RIP to both Howard and Lalo. Rest in peace to Howard and rot in purgatory to Lalo. Probably would enjoy it, let's be honest. The dude went out laughing while he died. Anyways, let's get into this episode. Without any further ado, here we go. Wow. Coffee and blood. Lovely. They're cleaning up the house. Mike's the guy, the cleanup guy. I woke up, I saw her, that's all I know. Nice transitions. Wow, okay, that's the second time they're doing the food thing. Red Bull D-Day. Wow, that kind of looks like Skylar. I know it's not because she's sitting right there and she doesn't look like Skylar, but the beat up version kind of looked like Skylar. Hey, look at the bright side. Got a new fridge. It's the Christian Bale dude again. Look-alike, I mean. Whoa, this guy's built. The neck brace again, eh? Or rather, this was the first time. The one that we saw later is the second, or how many times? I don't know. Oh, that thing is still on the chair. You know that thing that she takes off of the counter and puts on the chair? Kim, still on the chair. It's quite a contrast, you know. Them doing their regular day job, just everyday stuff. On the other side, you've got those guys cleaning up blood, bullets, murder, basically. How the hell do you even come back to that place then? I would definitely move like right away. Like that's a nightmare. That apartment, I mean. It's as if nothing has ever happened. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is just a constant reminder. Like, I like how Saul just, you know, but Kim's still hanging on to it. I guess this is her first time, whereas this is not Saul's first rodeo. Unfortunately.
One day we'll wake up and brush our teeth and we'll go to work.
And you'll forget.
And at some point we'll suddenly realize
the speech that Mike gave him.
No, we haven't thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
None of it.
And that's when you get over it.
And that's when we'll know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll know we can forget.
Gosh. He's been shot. He has to act strong. Yeah, it hurts.
Don Eladio. Don Juan.
Let's see. Is he gonna shake his hand?
Una acusación muy seria.
Esas son palabras de don Héctor. Se las dictó a Leonel y a Marco. Letra por letra.
Wow. This has taken a long time.
Mi sobrino en su hacienda falló. Lalo le ganó a los asesinos. El día después del ataque, Lalo me llamó. Escuché la verdad de sus propios labios.
That's a long message.
Esto fue obra del pollero. Mire a Fring a los ojos. Allí verá la verdad. El pollero lo odia. Es nuestro enemigo. Él conspira en contra de nosotros. Yo exijo sangre por sangre.
Sangre por sangre. You know how I said it must have taken a long time? That must have taken a few days minimum. Wow.
No tienes cómo defenderte.
Con todo respeto, me parece que esto merezca una respuesta.
Rest in peace, you legend.
Estas llamadas de Lalo. Pero me han dicho que ustedes vieron el cuerpo de Lalo.
Sí, estaba quemado.
Oh, they talk too. Great.
¿Qué dijo antes de morir?
Él dijo que los peruanos le pagaban los odios. Sabemos que recibía dinero. Encontramos las cuentas bancarias.
Esta noche duermes en mi cama. No, insisto, no hay discusión. Te estoy dando mi cuarto. Está a gusto. Y quién sabe, a lo mejor unas de las chicas te visitarán. Por favor. Buenas noches, Héctor.
You're still dinging. Wow, still dinging.
Me invitaría a que te quedes también, Gustavo, pero quiero que me arruine el desayuno con el... Ay, ay, ay.
Ooh, ay, 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 indeed.
Debemos mantener...
Astaghfirullah.
El South Valley seguirá siendo de los Salamanca y el resto del norte será tuyo. trabajando para Bolsa.
Gracias, don Eladio.
Got the entire North. We're getting closer and closer to Breaking Bad, eh? Also, someone let me know 2 episodes aren't left in this one. 5 more, there are 13 total.
Cuando te miré los ojos, el odio. Un poquito, no está mal, siempre y cuando no te olvides de quién manda.
Wow. Not only was Hector right in everything that he wrote in that statement, which again, wow, must have taken forever, but Lalo was right too. He mentioned Juan Bolsa. I should have mentioned Eladio as well. Bolsa is an earner. So is Don Eladio. He knows he ate somebody's making him too much money, so he's keeping him quiet. That's quite a shot. That's quite a shot. You know what I'm talking about. Breaking Bad had something similar with him and another character, and also Don Eladio as well.
The doc left these for you, in the event that you made it back alive.
Tell me about the lawyers.
Well, they spent a full afternoon with the cop. The APD consensus is he walked into the ocean and killed himself. Without a body, they can't close the file. But for all practical purposes, it's over.
Just gonna come back to haunt them because they can't close the case.
We need to find a new engine and a crew to do the work. That could take some time.
Start today.
Can you get that bottle from before? Now, normally, we would never have this open. But a couple hours ago, I smelled cigar smoke on a Monte Cristo, and I mean, we're talking the full deal, you know, Stetson and ostrich skin boots and the belt buckle the size of Utah on his arm. There's, he takes one sip and sends it back. For a rum and Coke. Yeah, Diet Coke. What can I say? But his the middle of the night, pitch black. I'm standing on this cobblestone street with my backpack, and there's no one around. I mean, I have absolutely no idea where I am. Finally, I get to this stand of...
And I bought a bottle.
A 1978 coat routine. Mr. Fring.
Gustavo.
Gustavo.
I'm saving it for a special occasion.
Hold on. There's something I have to show you.
They're flirting, right? Never seen someone flirt over wine bottles. Special occasion. I'm like, is he inviting him on a date? Is that what he means by special occasion? Because we know a couple other special occasions from this other show you might have heard of. This little teeny tiny show called Barba. You know.
David know that I've been called away.
Of course, Mr. Frank. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
That was like $300 or something for one glass. I once ordered a juice that was like $70. Just like a regular size. It wasn't like something huge or anything. And I was with my brother, and I was like, okay, can we get 2 straws, please? I was like, that was clearly a mistake. Wow. Still doesn't know what happened, eh? Or does he? Snooze. What a name. He's gonna go see Papa. This is the thing, right? Yeah. His workplace. Wow, he's almost asleep.
Mr. Varga, you don't know me, but I'd like to talk about your son.
What happened?
Maybe we could talk face to face. I'm outside.
I saw you here before.
I was gonna say he brought his car here, didn't he?
I did Fifth Avenue.
Wow, we remembered the exact car model.
I'm sorry. He won't be found. It was over fast. No pain.
You were there?
I was there. Your son made some mistakes. He fell in with bad people. But he was never like them. Not really. He had a good heart. One more thing. You won't have to worry about the Salamancas. Their day is coming. There'll be justice.
Justice?
Sorry, my Spanish. Justicia, justice.
What you talk about is not justice. What you talk of is revenge. It never ends.
It's a cycle.
My boy is gone.
Remember Mike saying, "My boy"?
Ustedes el cartel.
I broke my boy.
Todos son iguales.
Wow. You got a new trash can? Yeah. Okay.
They got a new trash can.
Hey, look at that. Want to kick that one too?
Nobody could relate to a client quite like he could. I never saw it coming.
No one did.
Addiction is a disease.
Ooh,
He's a good lawyer,
not that. Come on.
hell of a guy. What else is there to say?
Still doesn't seem real. Expect to see him charging down those stairs with a big grin on his face.
You know, this is probably the last time any of us will be in this building.
Why is that?
They're closing?
HM is downsizing.
Oh.
They're changing their name.
Changing their name to what?
Bruckner Partners? Something like that. End of an era.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys did that. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Talking to Cheryl?
Yes.
Not yet.
To not even have a body to put in the ground.
Maybe we should go up there and pay our respects.
They were on bad terms too, you know, Cheryl and Howard. Thought he was gonna break that glass. Oh, go on the edge.
I'm Jimmy McGill. You may not remember me. I'm Chuck McGill's brother.
Of course.
Very sorry for your loss.
If Jimmy and I can do anything for you or your family, please just say the word.
There is something, actually. You two were the last ones to see him, weren't you?
And he told her about it too, right? Something's gonna happen, but it's gonna be them. Don't worry about it. I'm handling it.
Harassing him, playing elaborate pranks of some sort.
I know he thought that. He told me as well. I think he honestly believed it. You know what? I didn't leave here under the best terms. There was a certain amount of jealousy on my part because Howard had the respect of my brother.
Kim didn't like that.
Finally, he left. That's it.
I'm not oblivious. I know people are saying he was on drugs.
It was about 1.5 years ago. I was still an associate here, working late on a break in Howard's office. I assumed the cleaning crew left it on by mistake. And I was sure the office was empty, so I didn't knock.
And?
And Howard was there at his desk, head down, and he was snorting something. I looked at him. He looked at me. I didn't know what to do, so I just walked out. And the next morning when we saw each other, neither of us said anything about it. I never told anyone.
She is too good at this.
All the years that you worked with him, have you witnessed anything like
Oh, he has. Yeah?
Cliff?
Yes.
Cheryl, this really isn't the time or the place.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
You were his wife.
It's a goddamn yes. His wife, no.
Maybe I misunderstood what I saw. You would have known. Please excuse me.
I know they were not on best terms, but still, come on, fam.
She's here somewhere. I'm gonna go find her.
Wasn't in. Let her think that. What was she gonna do with that information? Just.
I know that was tough.
Shut the fuck up. It's tough for you. Oh. Self-pity, I swear to God. What's she about to do? But you know what I mean, though? Like, why did they need to do this? Just move on. Let her think that it's a lie. So what?
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Bearden.
I apologize. It was a last-minute addition.
Last minute is right. Do I understand this correctly? You're requesting to withdraw from this case?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is fully informed, and I've already...
We are here today at your insistence to consider your motion to exclude evidence, and this is the moment you choose to withdraw? Is the state prepared to discuss Ms. Wexler's motion?
We are, Your Honor. Absolutely.
You know what, Ms. Wexler? Mr. Ornstein's here, I'm here, we all showed up for your party, and now you're taking away the punch bowl? I'm inclined to have...
It's impossible for me to continue with this hearing.
And why is that, Ms. Wexler?
Because I'm no longer an attorney.
I was gonna say she's stopping.
Sorry, what?
I gave notice to the bar 2 hours ago.
I was gonna say she's quitting. That kiss and then the turn without saying a single word, driving away, I'm like, what's she about to do? Okay, cool. This I can accept. Nothing more, though. Come on, let's just... We all learned our lessons. Let's move past it. No mas, yeah? Oh, I'm too forgiving sometimes. Thing's still on the chair.
You did what? Why? All right, I know why. But Kim, you can't just...
Jimmy,
Just let me say my piece, okay? Just take a breath here. Kim, after everything that happened, I mean, Jesus, I get it. You want to climb out of your own skin. That's natural. But Kim, you don't just throw everything away. This is your life. You're a lawyer. What about your clients, huh? What about that poor guy, Mr. Yarborough? What about the kid in foster care? Huh? You give them everything you've got. Who are they going to find who's half as good as you? No one. They need you.
It's already...
For now, we're going to take some time off. God knows we need it. We're going to find a new place.
What's she gonna do, though? I mean, she's smart. She can make it work. I hope, at least. But
okay? So I'm going to go get your printer, and then we're going to get the hell out of here.
What? Jimmy. Jimmy.
oh, she's done. She's going. She's ooh, okay.
You asked if you were bad for me.
I was just thinking about that.
Kim, don't do this. Kim, please.
Jimmy. I have had the time of my life with you. But we are bad for everyone around us. Other people suffer because of us. Apart, we're
True.
okay, but together, we're poison.
No, just tell me what I need to do to change, okay? Just tell me what it is and I'll do it.
Jimmy.
No, Kim, you make me happy. We make each other happy. How can that be bad?
Set others. That's how it's bad.
I love you too. But so what?
No, Kim, you're wrong. This is about Howard. Okay, what happened to him wasn't on us. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, that was harsh.
That psychopath came back from the dead.
I knew he was alive.
Lalo.
No, you didn't.
And it turned out that Mike Ehrmantraut had guys watching both of us, watching for Lalo.
Mike told you that Lala was alive.
That change in his pitch, wow.
And you didn't tell me?
She actually, I think, wanted to, but remember how you said the nuns wouldn't be proud or whatever?
It's me.
Because you were glad he's dead?
I thought it was a 1 in a million chance that he'd come for us. I thought he would be caught if he did, and I told myself I was protecting you. But that's not the truth. The real reason I didn't tell you was because I knew what you'd do.
What would I do?
You'd blame yourself. You'd fear for me. You'd want us to run and hide until you were sure I was safe. You would pull the plug on the scam, and I didn't want that. Because I was having too much fun.
I liked it. I was good at it. That's basically what she said. Lovely. Whose ass did I just see? Well, that's Saul. Oh.
Soft tissue damage.
Oh, this is Saul Goodman and his house and everything.
You, personally. Listen, you have a choice, okay?
Wow, his hair is almost gone.
What else you got?
Huh.
Oh, that's my Xanax.
Oh, his face on the thing there. Like a coin, you know? Like a penny or whatever.
Another
Quarter.
masturbator?
Dollar, maybe.
A new guy?
Not our favorite public masturbator. Is it Brendan Mayhew? Badgester? Ah, this is one of them lovely ladies. Lovely.
Ramirez, yes. Call that kid, tell him I want. Send him up there. And then call the newspaper and say that Saul Goodman is outraged at the...
Hey, lure up, the caddy's here. 05 November. This is what, 04 or 03? Because they do 2 years as well. In some state, I don't know.
Auto insurance won't pay for your fender bender? Ripped off by your brother-in-law? Major or minor?
There it is.
You tell him if the ad doesn't make my ears bleed the next time it plays, I will see him in court. This is textbook freedom of speech. What could be more American than that? I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy.
Let's say 08? 1108, November. I didn't catch the date.
Move.
She was so sweet, Francesca. They broke her. Wow. It's been a long time since we've seen any of that. The match is world's greatest lawyer. Not second. Well, because the world's greatest quit. So he's now world's greatest. See?
Done?
Number one.
The heavens fall.
Where have I heard that before? Oh, I felt like a shiver. Where have I heard that before? I've definitely heard that before. Is it in this show? Probably heard it outside of the show. Okay, a lot of thoughts about this one. So, another great episode, eh? Huh. So, we are now in the Breaking Bad? No, we're not, because he's Gene, if that's where we are. So we're still not in the now, because now he's Gene. But we are in the Breaking Bad time. Are they gonna introduce us to Walt and Jesse and those guys? That would be awesome. I can't wait to see. See, now I actually cannot wait to see the next episode. Because now I know that Kim's okay. So like the one person that we didn't know about from Breaking Bad didn't die. Sorry, cool. Because all the rest died. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a free-for-all, honestly. So yeah. Yeah, if you want to see the next episode right now as well, you can. It's on my Patreon, link in the description to my Patreon. Check it out. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for supporting me all this time. And so HHM is no more. They renamed it to whatever. I don't care. Brook or whatever. Who cares? That's just wow. So all of Chuck McGill's legacy, Howard Hamlin's legacy is gone. His wife still thought that, is a lie or whatever. I mean, I get it. They had to convince her. There's nothing that she could have done to them, but she could have given them just trouble. Do you know what I mean? And they needed to avoid that. And for that, they had to make her believe that Howard was what they're saying he is. And Cliff had no choice but to chip in as well. And oh man, that made me so angry. Like, as if it wasn't enough, the damage that you already did. As if it wasn't fucked enough. Fun and games, eh? Fun and games. It's all fun and games until someone loses their life. Mike meeting Papa. That's quite emotional. The look Papa gave him, the words he used as well. What you call justice is not justice, it's revenge. He's too good. He is too good. So we had a few things that were from Breaking Bad. We had the public masturbation thing. That was from Breaking Bad. We had Don Eladio and Gus meeting and Don Eladio giving him the North. That was the situation already in Breaking Bad. Then we had what else? We had the Cadillac, obviously, the license plate. We had Saul's office, Francesca being the way she was. Saul's little match thingies, with the Saul Goodman branding and the ads, obviously. We had Gus referring to keeping that bottle for a special occasion. I thought maybe... I think it's a bit of both, I thought that they were flirting there for a minute, and I think they were, and then he realized once he left that he just simply cannot have a personal life like that. There's too much going on. There's too much at stake. There's too many pieces to this, and any one of them can go wrong. And if it does, with a personal, life, and if it does, it all comes crashing down. And so I think he realized, you know what, let's switch that special occasion to business. And by business, I mean, killing all those people that he hates. And Don Eladio saw the hate in his eyes, yet still he not only went ahead and continued their relationship as business partners, but he gave him more. And not only that, he rejected Hector Salamanca, fully knowing that what he said is right. He's not wrong in saying what he's saying. But like Lalo said about Juan Bolsa, he should have said it about Don Eladio as well. They're earners, and Gus is earning them a lot of money. So they're going to believe whatever Gus tells them. They're going to go ahead and do business with him. And that shot of the swimming pool, again, call forward, I guess, to Breaking Bad. If you know, you know. Ah, man, it's been amazing. Oh, another call forward, I guess, was in one of the previous episodes with Howard, when Jimmy falls on the side and he's looking at Howard like that. Gus, Walt, it happened a couple of times before. So yeah, a lot of Breaking Bad callbacks or call forwards or whatever, calls. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, I started out wanting punishment for Kim and Jim, and now that I know that Kim gave up and she's done with it, I'm like, all right, cool. You accepted your faults and you're moving on, and we can give people second chances because we like people who learn from their mistakes and move on. Jim, or Saul, on the other hand, he has not paid for his crimes yet. He's still Gene now, and in the show obviously is Saul. And while I do still want punishment for him, at the same time, like, I don't know, man, it's a weird one. Like, you do but you also don't, you know what I mean? And I don't know how to feel about that. But Kim and Jim's little talk there, I thought was beautiful. I thought it was very well delivered. I thought the acting was stupendous from Saul and also Kim. Kim I thought was way better though. Her like shivering, literally couldn't even get the words out, and then just breaking down and walking away and just packing her stuff and leaving. I love you. I love you too. So what? Oh man. Right here. Oh, right in the fields. Not the good kind of fields, but she had some truth there. Together we are poison, we are bad for each other. I talked a little bit about this before as well, is that when Kim was on her own, she was fine, she was doing well. But when Saul was on her own, on his own, he was slipping Jimmy. Then Chuck picked him up, right, and tried to straighten him out. And so he had this idol to look up to Chuck, right? And he went clean, and he was doing well, and he was on the right path, and he was doing everything right. And then a lot happened in the middle, a lot of backstabbing, backbite, this and that and the other. And then Jimmy comes back because he breaks apart. He breaks off from Chuck, that idol. And so then he's on his own again. And he starts to do the bad stuff again. Whereas Kim, when she was on her own, she was perfectly fine. But when she's with Jim, she makes these mistakes, these scams, these things, they hurt people, she hurts people. And so it's good for, Kim to be away from Jim, but I don't think it's good for Jim to be away from Kim. Although that sort of changed there towards the end. The both of them together were then just hurting people. But at the start, Kim was keeping Jim in line. And I literally mentioned that the dynamics have changed so much because it was Kim who was keeping Jim in line. And now it seems like Kim was the one pushing forward and Jim was the one sort of holding back, like, let's not, even the Howard thing, like Jim was the one who was like, let's not do this. Let's move on. Let's whatever, so on and so forth. The same thing with that, I forgot, but the Kevin thing, right? With Mesa Verde, the old man, when they were moving it, like Jimmy told her, like, we did a lot. We gave it our best shot. He's getting way more than he deserves. Let's move on. She did not want to move on. So for a very long time, it has been Kim then pushing Jim in that direction. And then at the end, then Jim is like, all right, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly then. And then they really get going. But it was funny just thinking about that, like, you were bad for each other. I'm like, well, actually, Jim, for the most part, has been good when he's with you and also with basically someone that he looks up to. And, being apart from her, I mean, we saw where he went. We saw what he became. Now, we don't know what happens to Kim or what she's doing. I'm hoping she's okay. She's doing a regular job. But I hope we get to see her again. I think we're gonna. Which is why I'm so anxious to see the next episode right now. Her, and then I'm expecting. I really hope they have some Breaking Bad characters there towards the end as well. But yeah, man, there was just all so good. Like the Gus confrontation with Don Eladio and Hector as well. Like, think about that for a second. Like the whole Don Eladio in that situation, right? Him knowing that he hates him and him not knowing that he wants to kill him, because at the end he says don't go too far, but we know that he wants to kill them, right? All of them. Like Hector wants to kill Gus, but Gus wants to kill all of them. And not only that, but the fact that Lalo faked his own death, he set up this plan for Gus to screw over Gus, and that same exact plan with the dental records and everything worked perfectly in Gus's favor. That's what saved Gus. It's amazing how things work out, And then, like I said, the thing with Cheryl, that made me really upset. Like, I was like, the one person who doesn't believe this, just let her be, fam. That's that. Oh, man. Chuck was wrong. Chuck was wrong about Jimmy. Chuck was absolutely wrong, dead wrong about Jimmy. With a law degree, Jimmy is not like a chimp with a machine gun. No, way worse. Way, way worse. I don't even think Chuck could have imagined the amount of bias or hatred or judgment or whatever he had against Jimmy. I don't even think he could have imagined the depths that Jimmy or Saul would fall to. Everything he does in Breaking Bad, like, we haven't even gotten to that part. I really cannot wait to see the next one. And if you can't either, that should be on my Patreon, link in the description. Check it out. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for supporting me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel so you don't miss out any new episodes that I upload. And once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a nice